Greetings, fair and mighty people across the grand and mighty spectrums of time and indeed the multiverse. I am Gordon Johansson. And the world is getting scary. So, I've been saying that, hey, there's probably nothing gonna happen, probably it's just incredibly stupid to start a fight with America, it's just not gonna happen, and, the Brits don't revolt. I've been taking solace in the fact that, after 8 years, Donald Trump will get kicked out. Right? Like, I'm at that stage, Other people are still like, he can be impeached! And I'm just like, no, he's gonna get kicked out after 8 years because his popularity is only going to soar and soar and soar because the world fucking hates us. But something happened. I'm going to say, because I know that a lot of people who watch my videos are members of the alt-right, the new Nazi movement. And I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Never make the mistake of calling yourselves leaders and appearing in live TV, on live TV, before the public, before a demonstration ever again. Because there's a rather famous cover of a comic featuring Captain America punching Hitler in the face. Hitler being the then leader of the Nazis. If you decide to refer to yourselves as the leaders of the Nazis, as the leaders of the alt-right, if you decide to preach genocide, you are going to get punched in the face. And you are going to start a movement against yourself. Because that is what we are witnessing now. Because any other time a piece of violence is done in a protest, the liberals come out in force, the conservatives come out in force. Hey, no, oh, bad people, bad eggs, oh, no, we condemn this sort of action, everyone is peaceful. Except a couple of things have happened. The first is that the press secretary for Donald Trump decided to go full-on 1984 Newspeak dystopia by saying, yes, all those events you witnessed, they did not happen. We know better. We have decided that reality is altered to represent what we think will make us look best. These are alternative facts. And then a motion was proposed to essentially make peaceful protests result in a prison sentence of about a year. Which means that you can actually serve longer prison time for peacefully protesting than you can for rape in America. And what that also does is that pretty much, those two actions pretty much send a clear signal to people that you can't just give Donald Trump a chance. You can't just give the alt-right a chance. They're not gonna fucking wise up and be sensible. Those two actions have basically confirmed that Donald Trump is a fascist who is going to start turning America into a dystopian police state. If it wasn't already. And so, when a leader of the new Nazis gets punched in the face on TV, all these people who are witnessing the beginnings of a police state, they don't see a rioter throwing a brick through a shop window. They don't see someone pissing on a war memorial. No, what they see is Captain America punching Hitler in the face. What they see is America standing for life, liberty, and the American way. What they see is what the American people should be. Fighters for freedom. And there is now a bounty out by the alt-right looking for the person who punched their great leader in the face. That only makes you look bad. Because now the liberals are saying, hey, 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 this twat got twatted, and now he wants to pick a fight. Guys, you've won. You're in charge. You have the nukes. You are winning in France. You are swaying the balance of power in Britain. You've won. You're throwing heads throughout history. Fucking congratulations. And now you're going to incite a war. And yes, I have said that a war against America is a war that violent revolution will lose. But this isn't violent revolution at this point. This is civil war that you are kick-starting with your stupidity. And I am preaching to the alt-right here. I am preaching to them because the left aren't going to stop. They are seeing what you are doing, and they are seeing that they can't stop. They are seeing a dystopia being drawn up. They are seeing concentration camps in the process of being built. They are seeing terror coming for them. So yeah, they're getting angry. They are getting defensive, and they are not gonna let the Reich happen again. I've said it before and I will say it again, because I think some members of the alt-right, quite a lot of members of the alt-right, are some very stupid people when it comes to this. The left does not start wars, but it finishes them. By performing these actions, by making yourself out to be a dystopian regime, you are begging to be overthrown. Now granted, that is going to result in an awful lot of casualties on both sides. But the moment that a Nazi, that a member of the alt-right kills another of the left, then that's it. War will be declared and Nazis will be fucked. They will be so completely doomed. And you might be cheering yourselves up because you're completely dense as pig shit. But you are going to lose this, and you are going to suffer, and you are going to die. Now the left, they already think they're going to suffer and going to die. They already think that under your regime, they are doomed. So as far as they're concerned, they may as well give it a shot. You've won. It is now actually up to you to be the better men. But you're morons. So you're not going to be, are you? My advice to the alt-right, to the Nazis, if they wish to avoid a civil war, if they wish to avoid an action that could turn into a world war, is to fucking hide. Hide. And let Donald Trump make a pig's ear of it, get kicked out and replaced by Mike Pence. Hide and live to Reich another day. Because if you keep going down this course of action, if you keep saying, hey, we're in charge now, we can do what we like, then you will learn very quickly why you don't get to do what you like. You will learn that at the cost of your own lives. And I've already said, I can't deal with this war. I can't. But I can see it coming. And what I want is for Donald Trump to just be yet another fucking Republican, for him to do horrible stuff and then to fuck off. But you morons are making it worse. You morons are provoking a civil war in your own country. A civil war in which so many, many, many people will die. I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that, but what the Nazi being punched in the face has done is it has caused all of these people who are otherwise against violence, who are otherwise against people throwing bricks through shop windows, to come out in defense of the punching. I have been forced to come out in defense of the punching because he's a Nazi. Because genocide is the one thing that is so utterly, thoroughly evil that even death to end it is justified. I don't want a war. I don't want it to come to violence. I don't want there to be a violent revolution. I want this to be relatively fucking peaceful if it is going to fucking happen. But what this has done is it has pushed the debate about fighting Nazis with violent action into the open. And by and large, what I'm seeing is that good people are agreeing the Nazis can die because the Nazis are evil. This is the very, very fucking worst thing that the alt-right could have done, that the Nazis could have done for their own fucking cause. You're bringing an almighty storm upon yourselves. You are managing to grasp defeat from the jaws of victory. You fucking morons. You utter fucking morons. The reason that you call yourselves the alt-right, the reason that you use language that is so obscure nobody fucking understands when you insult them, is that you are terrified of the left. It's that you understand that being a Nazi will attract violence against yourselves. And what do you fucking do? You decide to talk publicly on TV about how you're a Nazi before a massive fucking protest of people who hate the man that you elected, the man that you fucking represent, that you want to represent. I don't know whether it's outright stupidity or whether you're just fucking evil. But either way, it's going to backfire. And I do, honestly, genuinely believe that a Nazi, a genocidal individual, is the one kind of individual for which death is justified. Death to prevent genocide, that's worth it. Death to prevent a load of white supremacist Nazis who are now in office and in charge of a whole fuck ton of nukes, that's fucking worth it. And so do a lot of other people think the same. But I am asking you, I am pleading with you, for your own fucking sakes, forget this incident. Forget this incident. Don't have a fucking bounty against this guy's head. Walk away from this. Make amends. Try and find a way to stop the dystopian efforts. Because the only way you are going to make it through the next 8 years with your heads on your fucking shoulders is if you manage to just barely convince people that you are, in fact, okay and not a threat to them. The only way that you are going to make it through the next 8 years alive is if you manage to con people into thinking that you are not, in fact, a danger to society. I don't want war. I don't want to see a world war in my lifetime with nukes. I don't want a world war where an imbecile like Donald Trump is in charge of one of the sides. But if there is going to be a war, then make no mistake, you Nazi morons, it is you who will lose in the end. Thank you to all my Patreons at patreon.com for helping to make videos like this possible. If you wish to leave a like or dislike to rate the video for my analytics, that would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, though be aware that they will be moderated before being published, so please be civil. If you liked this video, please consider adding it to your favourites, sharing it to your friends, or subscribing. If you wish to help me out or my channels, please consider whitelisting my videos in your adblock software, subscribing for monthly donations through Patreon, or giving a small one-off donation. Alternatively, I have a Steam wishlist for games I would consider Let's Playing or streaming, so if you would like to see me broken before the Dark Souls altar, or just happen to have gotten a duplicate of a game in a humble bundle, then you know what to do. I also have an official Facebook fan page, Twitter account, Tumblr, Reddit and blog, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, blog articles and the things I care about. Links are in the video description. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I think that all that now needs to be said is ban all guns, institute universal basic income now, and ensure government is elected by proportional representation. Oh, and also, fuck the racists and fuck the alt-right.